My name is Katie Ross. I was at St John's College from 1991 to 1994, reading human sciences. For most of my career, I worked in television, primarily as a researcher and as a presenter. On the BBC, I worked on Tomorrow's World, Countryfile, The Holiday Programme, and BBC bite-sized programmes for children, education. And on Channel 4, I worked on 2 series of Maths for Real, and also on a programme called The Big Roman Dig. Human sciences is the study of human beings, looking at the problems confronting us and how we interact with our environment. It helps you see how biology, social issues and culture are all connected so that we as humans can address the major issues and problems we face in a rapidly changing world. I studied human genetics, demography, ecology, anthropology, and even statistics, so many different papers. This is the perfect course for someone who wants to fall somewhere between art and science. The GCSE subjects that are most relevant are probably biology, geography, and maths. So, what are the transferable skills that you get from studying human sciences? This is an interdisciplinary course and you study a wide range of subjects and you look at many different viewpoints. I think that this is perfect training for anyone considering a career in the media. In television and in journalism, you often have to cover many different subjects and you need to be able to present a lot of information in a manageable form. I think human sciences is definitely very helpful here. When you come to Oxford, you have the chance to join many different societies. I was interested in writing articles and making films, so going to write for the student newspaper Cherwell was really just an extension of one of my interests. I also joined the Oxford University Film Foundation. It was quite exciting actually to meet people who were from other colleges reading other subjects and to work on a hobby that I was passionate about alongside my course. When I completed my degree, I went to Cardiff University where I did a postgraduate diploma in documentary filmmaking. I really enjoyed that, and my human sciences degree was probably quite relevant because I really wanted to make documentaries about people. One of my first jobs in television was working as a researcher at an independent production company in London. We were covering a human story that looked at the experience of the children born to Black American GIs and white women in World War II in Britain. We were trying to reunite them with their parents they had never met, either because they had been given up for adoption at birth or because their fathers had gone back to America. As a researcher, your main job is to find all the information you can about the programme. You have to find the contributors, assess where you might do your filming, find library footage, archive material, anything you can do to help the director. You are basically aiming to be the best human reference book that you can be. One of the programmes I presented was called Maths for Real, helping GCSE students struggling with some of the trickier concepts to better understand the things that they were learning about. So for example, we did a programme on Pythagoras' theorem and we went to Bradford City football ground to check that the corners of their pitches really were perfect right angles. We took with us a length of rope with knots tied at regular intervals along it because that is exactly what ancient Egyptian architects would have used to make sure that their square-based pyramids really did have perfect right angles at the bases of them. We also went to a pizza restaurant armed with the formula for the area of a circle, and we used that to find out whether it was a better deal to have 2 medium pizzas or 1 large pizza. On Tomorrow's World, again, the variety of programmes was incredible. I might visit a hospital to watch a pioneering procedure in an operation, or talk to an engineer who developed a prosthetic hand for somebody who had been born without a hand. I also looked at technologies that were unfolding, for example, early drones in America, and also virtual reality headsets, which were being used for all manner of things, but particularly I remember a story where we tried to help a girl who had an incredible fear of heights to conquer it using virtual reality to train her. So what kind of stories did I film at the BBC? When I worked on BBC Countryfile, I would do a great range of stories. I remember covering films about sea eagles in Wester Ross, nature deficit disorder in Epping Forest, filming goats in Portsmouth, and even on the beach in Yorkshire we made a film about sushi. There really was never a dull moment, and that's really exactly the same as human sciences. Just when you think you're getting a little bit bored of something, you move on to something else. Working on a magazine programme is great because you work on so many different projects. There's a different script to learn, a different location, a different team to work with, and obviously the variety of programmes in television as a whole is fantastic too. I worked on the holiday programme. I went to Puerto Rico one week, and then a few weeks later I was driving a camper van around Dorset. So if you're looking for variety in the same way that you get that in human sciences, you get it when you're working as a television presenter. In addition to that, you could then go and work on a very serious corporate film for an insurance company or a bank. So the scope of what you would have to learn was very, very broad. I worked on a programme called 4x4, which was a magazine programme where different reporters looked at different angles on one topic. So I remember one of the topics we covered was fertility. One of the reporters was looking at the scarcity of human eggs available for donation. Another reporter was trying to find all the brothers and sisters who were the product of one sperm donor. And I was looking at the ethics of designing your baby or trying to choose the sex of your child. If you'd had 3 boys and you wanted a girl, what were the ethics of it? A few years ago, when I was spending a little bit more time at home with my children, I set up a company called Jumping Yak. I am a big believer in making education fun, because for so many people, school just isn't enjoyable for children, and I really think it should be. So I've written 3 fun puzzle books. Here are 2 of them: Maths Fun for Cool Kids and Revision Fun for Clever Kids. They cover maths, English and general knowledge, and I call this stealth learning. The idea is that you take the pressure of school off, but you keep the brain very much switched on. Now, the pictures inside the books were drawn by somebody who was at St John's at the same time as me. He was a history student, and he's a very successful author, book designer and artist as well. So hopefully with his help and these wonderful books, we are brightening the revision sessions of children right across the country. Recently, I've been asked to join Teen Tech, which is the initiative of an ex-Tomorrow's World presenter called Maggie Philbin. The aim at Teen Tech is to bring science and technology to teenagers across the country to encourage them, whatever their backgrounds, to take science GCSEs and to open their eyes to the many opportunities that exist in science, working in health, communications, cybersecurity, aerospace, robotics, gaming, the list goes on and on and on. Teen Tech is also hoping to bring young people together with industry experts so that they can understand more about the opportunities that will exist for them on leaving school. So what advice and reassurance would I give to my undergraduate self? I would say, get involved in lots of things. Join clubs and societies where your interests lie. Discover new things, have fun. University is supposed to be fun, and of course, work hard. That is, after all, why you are going to university. And if you have a passion but you're not yet sure where it might lead, follow it. Because the most successful people are the people who really love whatever it is they do and who are generally also quite good at it. So throw yourself into your studies, follow your passions. You never know where it might all lead. And if you get the chance to come to a university like Oxford, you should seize it, because I'm really sure you would enjoy it.